We're going to start with Jacob.
Thank you, Ryan. Good evening, Laura. Thanks for taking the time to chat with us. Congrats on the first win of the season. Just your overall thoughts on the team's performance tonight.
Yeah, I thought it was good. Overall, really happy. I think clean sheets are huge in this league. I felt we played some good stuff at times. Showed the true team that we believe we can be at times. Yeah, obviously overall happy with getting 3 points.
And I'm sure it's already been relayed to you, but in case it hasn't, with Jess's goal tonight, she's the first player in NWSL history to have scored a goal in every season since the inaugural season. And I know you can go on for days just talking about Jess's impact to the club and overall, but yeah, just any sort of just thoughts on just how, the longevity that she's had to be in that position to make such a milestone.
Not a bad goal to do it on either. Yeah, she's class. She's class. She embodies everything that we want to be at this club. She has a really big football brain. She understands what she needs to do and what everyone else needs to do, which enables her to impact games the way that she does and get in positions to punish teams. We played a little higher tonight with that in mind, and obviously she got the goal and could have had more with the chance that she had on the volley off Abby. Yeah, proud of her. Not overly surprised, but I think that when someone can come to a foreign country and play in a league that's so competitive for so long and be able to produce the levels that she's produced, she deserves way more plaudits than she probably gets. And I think age is but a number with her. She's been excellent all pre-season, and I'm glad that she can get this sort of recognition tonight of getting that accomplishment.
Awesome, thank you, Laura.
Thanks, Jacob. And then we have Susie.
Thanks, Brian. Laura, you started Olu in the midfield today, moved Rose to the wing, and it seemed like both had really strong performances in those positions. I'm wondering if you can just talk a little bit about your decision for the starting lineup, and especially at those two, how you think they did those roles.
I thought Olo was excellent. And Rose, yes, she plays as a wide player in the defensive structure. In the defensive structure of the team, but she was free to go wherever she wanted when we had the ball, and I think you saw that on the goal. Yes, she's in sort of the inside pocket, but she's not really wide. And her link up with Sophia was good. I think whenever you can get Rose in that position, running at back lines more often than possible, as much as possible, it's going to be beneficial. And I thought our strategy was to try and isolate Ali Long and with Jess and Rose either side of her, and I thought that it worked really well in the first half. I thought they got a lot of joy doing that. And we were able to do that by having Sonnet and Olo behind the ball to give us that solid midfield behind the ball. It would just be able to feed those two. So yeah, it worked. Doesn't always, but it did tonight.
And Bethany got to start on the left side, which she hasn't, obviously could play anywhere on the front line, but hasn't played there as much. And she mentioned just before you came on that she had some very specific direction from you. I'm wondering what if you can share what that direction was for this match.
Try and get on the end of Sophia's cross. We didn't get too much of that, but that was honestly the game plan. Was we could have played Rose on the left, but I think if we knew if we could get some success of getting Sophia on the ball higher up the field and she could cross, and she had a lot of opportunities to do that last week, then there's no better connection than Bolsa and than Sophia. So that was the brains behind that decision.
Thanks, Laura.
Thanks, Susie. And then we have Dan.
Thanks, Laura. The decision to stick around on the East Coast for the week, and ultimately, did you feel like that had an impact on the performance, especially after the delay before the kickoff?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I actually thought that we felt okay in the Washington game, but I mean, I don't want to keep talking about it. The field was just absolutely atrocious. Whereas today, obviously, the field was great. We've been here since Monday, so we were used to it. We sacrificed a few things by staying here where we couldn't train privately. So we gave that up. You know, we have to come over here and people can see what we're doing. So we sort of took that sacrifice to stay on the East Coast. But I thought that, honestly, I thought the biggest difference between last week's game and this week's game was the field. Like, both these teams want to play and we could play on it. So, do I think that staying on the East Coast impacted? I'd hope so. We obviously spend a lot of money doing it, and there's a real reason behind it. But truly, I think the field was the big impact on the performance.
And what do you tell the team when you go into a weather delay? Is there a process that everyone follows, or is it every person for themselves?
Honestly, every person for themselves. And the hardest part is it's not like we know when it's going to happen, like when it's going to end. We're constantly in this like 30 minutes and then 30 minutes and then 30 minutes, and that's the hardest part. Just they do whatever they need to do. Like Rose was reading a book, Pino's listening and dancing to music and keeping everyone, you know, in it. Some people were playing cards. Like, you know, everyone does their own thing really. So we sort of, when we know that there's 10 minutes to go before we're about to go out, we sort of switch everyone back into gear. And yeah, I thought we came out strong and on the front foot. So we'll probably annoyed more about the delay, which I think triggered performance too.
Great, thank you.
Thanks, Dan. And then we have Taylor.
Hey, it's Laura. Thanks for chatting with us today. The defense did, I think, exceptional tonight. There was 10 shots by Gotham, but no shots on goal. Can you talk about kind of that effort in order to kind of really contain any of Gotham's attacks?
Yeah, I think on the ball ability has to be our reason for making it difficult for the opponent. But I thought when we were caught and we got caught a couple of times giving the ball away, or we were out of shape a little bit, I thought Alana and Sam and Lou and Soph, I thought they were excellent. I think, you know, when you're playing against the likes of Lynn and Midge and Christy and Victoria Pickett and, you know, those types of players who can really change games in an instant, you've just got to be on the front foot and you've got to be really determined to put your body on the line when it matters, and I feel like they did that. You know, I think Alana, she's world class in my opinion, but I think the special shout out probably to Sam Hyatt. I thought last week she was exceptional. She's been excellent in pre-season, and another solid performance by her again.
Thank you, and safe travels home.
Thanks.
Thanks, Taylor. And it looks like that's it for questions. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Laura, for your time today.
Thanks, everybody.